Weylin, I know that it's difficult to wait to get back when you're coming back from an injury, but you get in at ECU, you shake off some rust. What was it like to finally be back on the field with your BYU teammates?
Man, it's the best feeling, just getting out there with the boys and doing what you love. So, yeah, it was fun.
How are you feeling after injury recovery at this point?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I took the right amount of time just to rest it and make sure it was 100% so it didn't bother me, so it doesn't bother me for the rest of the season. So, yeah, it's feeling great.
BYU puts up a very solid offensive performance against ECU, ultimately flexing a dominant road win. What do you feel like was the difference specifically on the offensive line side that allowed you to wear ECU down in the second half?
I just think our preparation throughout the week, or actually through the 2 weeks through the bye, they showed a lot of fronts and a lot of moving parts. So us just up front, just putting bodies on them and denting the defense really helped LJ find a crease.
How would you explain the culture of the offensive line room with TJ Woods right now?
Man, it's fun. Coach Woods definitely have a little bit of fire to him, and I think the rest of us, like O-line as a unit, we all have fire to us too. So we all just kind of feed off each other and use each other's energy and just big effort.
It feels like every team needs one of those coaches, one of those guys with the added fire. So what is he like in game when things are intense and you're in the trenches?
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, he gets real intense. So, I mean, I'm not saying you don't have to listen to him, but sometimes he gets a little emotional. So you gotta be, hey, coach, we're good. Next play, right? Next play mentality, and that's one of his things that he preaches. And he also says, when emotions go up, intelligence comes down. You know what I mean? So, we kind of use that back onto him when he gets a little bit emotional. But he's awesome. He's awesome.
You have to remind him of that occasionally.
Yeah, occasionally, it's like, all right, coach, we're good. Well, we messed that up, but we'll get it right next time. So it works out.
Speaking of leaders, a lot of your teammates pointed to you and said, oh, Weylin, man, he's got us going. He's our vocal leader on the offensive front. So because you couldn't do that for the first two games, how did you use that time to still try and be a leader?
I just think bringing positive energy, when we got off, maybe we got 3 and out or we didn't score, it's all right, boys. We got the next drive. We're going to have another chance. It's good. Just keep your heads up and, play the next play.
Do you, true or false, you talk the most trash of anybody on the offense?
I'd probably say true. And yeah, it's just friendly banter, just trying to make the game a little bit more spicy, right? So yeah, probably true for sure.
Oh, and in turn, you probably generate the most laughs of anybody on the offense because I've heard that about you as well.
Yeah, I would say also true there. I try to keep my trash talk to I don't know how to say it, but not too Adam, just more friendly and keeping the game live, especially in the trenches. We're facing each other the whole time and we're looking at each other, so it gets fun out there.
You have a unique perspective with your true freshman quarterback, Bear Bachmeyer, protecting him. How have you seen him grow and evolve into the quarterback position?
I just think his leadership and just taking charge of things. I could tell when he, first in fall camp, he was just getting his toes wet. So he was kind of skeptical about some things. So just him just getting more confident and just being more comfortable in the offense.
Weylin, who do you love to match up with against in practice on the defensive side of the ball?
Say our starting 2 D tackles, JT and Keanu. I know that I'm going to get their best, and they're going to get my best, and we just iron sharpens iron. It's always a good time.
You, of all people, can understand how difficult it can be to prepare for BYU's defense. So knowing what your team and your defense has done over 3 games, how do you feel like things are manifesting best on the defensive side of the ball right now?
I think, they're doing great. It's just they put in that preparation, they put in the work. Those guys are hard workers, all 11 of them, and all the guys that rotate in. And, yeah, they're going to be great.
Okay, let's turn our attention now to Colorado as we're talking with Weylin Lapuaho, the BYU offensive line. What do you feel like the Buffs are going to try and do defensively to throw you off kilter?
I don't know, to be honest. They show a lot of base looks. They play a lot of one-on-one, Where they're going to be is where they're set up is where they're going to be. It's kind of, I would say, opposite of ECU. ECU kind of moves around, shows a lot of fronts. Colorado, they line up and they play. So I don't know if they have some tricks up their sleeve. We're going to have to find out there on Saturday for sure.
How different is this Colorado team compared to the Colorado team you faced in the Alamo Bowl?
I don't think much different. I think they still have a lot of athletes, a lot of good athletes. They're returning some D linemen up front that are pretty solid, so I don't think much different.
BYU's 3-0 for a third consecutive year. That has never happened. I mean, this is historic for BYU to get off to another fast start. So what's the key to maintaining, and you did it last year, BYU got to 9-0, to maintaining the proper mindset when wins pile up?
We just got to take every day by itself, week by week. Don't worry about game 7, 8, 9. Just worry about the one right in front of you.
And I have to ask you about L.J. Martin, who is over 100 yards for a third consecutive game. How have you seen him grow and change the most now that he is a true veteran for BYU?
LJ was always the young guy in the huddle. Just had that child face to him, but he's a running back. So just him just maturing and learning the offense. And, yeah, I would just say that, maturing for sure.
Okay, a couple of quick hitters to finish up. What music are you listening to in the locker room to get in the right mindset before a game?
Honestly, whatever the boys play, I don't really like changing the aux. Whatever, it's usually Trey or Keanu likes to play some old classic. Trey likes his more East Coast rap. So whatever they're playing, I'm vibing with. Whatever they got, I'm good.
Okay. And then do you have any superstitions that you have to make sure happen before you play?
Nah, I let those go by. I used to, as a younger player, I used to be like, oh, I got to, put my right knee brace on, then my left knee brace, and my right shoe, then my left shoe. But as I got older, I realized, when you get on the field, that's just, you got to do the thing,
And finally, we just watched you honor one of Cosmo's heroes, and you get an opportunity to work with some people in the community that need to have their spirits lifted and boosted. What's that like emotionally for you and the team to do that every week?
I mean, I think it's so awesome. Just hearing their stories before practice, you might be tired that day, and then you hear one of the True Blue hero stories. It really fires you up to realize how much you have and how much to be grateful for. And yeah, it just puts a smile on my face when I see them come out here.
What kind of balance does that provide to you? Because Kalani is so big on faith and family and football.
Yeah, I just think it all ties together. You love the person next to you and have your faith, and you're gonna play better on the field.
Great stuff, Weylin. We wish you the best of luck in Boulder against Colorado, trying to get to 4-0. Let's give you some BYU Sports Nation karma, good vibes to play well, and we'll see you over there at Folsom Field.
Appreciate it. Let's go. Go Cougs.